an AI fight with Troy. Probably just spawning, so I don't really care.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd. Up first is the boss from the United States of America. With so much hype. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Do you believe what we're seeing? That counter's blocked. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such nice people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. They won't give us a second to catch our
Come on,
breath.
come on, come on. No, everything.
Jab slightly off target. Just missed with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Barry, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Just
Now you've let him back into it. Right, let's go out then.
here. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have him.
There's a counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? At some point, the corner has to say you're done. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get up.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this.
There's the bell to start round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good job defending the jab. You can't score with that uppercut. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook just can't find the target. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Dig into the body again. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. You don't want to trade shots. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be. And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
They exchange punches. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. But hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. What a massive upset this would be. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan. There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
They exchange punches. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. So much for deep, and the boss has been dropped. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he's dropped like a loose suit.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
That'll be a 10-8 round. And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot.
You're not that into the game.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry? There's the bell to start round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
That uppercut doesn't land. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nobody home with that hook. That counter shot lands. Beautiful count. Very cool right there. And now going for the finish. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.
Decision. You get it, guys. Peace.